It's September 29, 2021. I'm Todd Dunn, and today I am once again aboard my 1936 wooden powerboat Tortuga. I just thought I'd bring you a little update on what's going on with Tortuga. As you might have guessed from my backdrop, which is the wall of the boat shed, Tortuga has been hauled out for the 2021 season. And I have a few numbers for you. Tortuga was in the water for 4 months this year, which is about normal. Sometimes it's a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. Now, I was aboard the boat 85 days this summer, so I was on the boat quite a bit. Now, admittedly, a significant fraction of those days were working on the boat, but that's one of the reasons I have this boat, is because I do enjoy working on it. And we didn't use it that much. We were out 25 times during the season, which isn't bad. It's about 1.5 times a week on average. And we cruised the boat 162 miles. And that is the second biggest season we've ever had for Tortuga. 3 years ago, we cruised 172 miles. But most years we're down around 100 or so. So we used the boat quite a bit this year, and perhaps the fact that it was up for sale was a factor in that. Made us think, wow, the boat might be sold. We might not have it next year. Well, that brings up the showing of the boat that was going to happen on the 20th of September, last Monday. What happened? Well, the showing didn't happen. The prospective buyer backed out for whatever reason, and so the boat was not shown at all during the 3 months that it was for sale this year. And who knows what'll happen now that it's in storage for the winter. As I said in a video a few days ago, I have a lot of plans for the boat this winter to improve it, make it nicer, and make sure everything is working properly. But anyway, what about haul out? I usually don't film that simply because I'm too busy doing things to hold a camera. And yesterday, which was haul out day, was no exception. I was on the boat in the morning to winterize the domestic water system in the head. I tried to film that with my other camera, with my DSLR, but I had memory card issues, and the actual work didn't get recorded, so I decided not to put up a video with a bunch of caveats for why I wasn't showing the actual work. But that went well, took under an hour, and after that I just went over the boat, made sure everything was ready for haul out, which means I took the mast down, I rigged the lines, because the boat is normally in a port side tie-up, but for haul out we bring it alongside the town dock in Manset, which is on the south side of Southwest Harbor, which is where the boat ramp is. And I tie it up starboard side to the dinghy dock. And so I had to move all the lines over, put fenders on, and little things like that, but they all take time. And after that, I took the boat over. Sometimes it can be quite a challenge to get tied up on the dinghy dock, because the dinghy dock is to the south of the ramp. You have to approach it from the north. Prevailing winds here are southwest, so it's not unusual to have wind blowing you off the dock, and it can be a challenge, as I said, to get the boat onto the dinghy dock. Yesterday, we had no wind at all, and it was easy. I just swung the boat in and stopped, and I was a foot from the dinghy dock, so was able to tie the boat up very easily. And the hauler was already there, so he backed the trailer in and we were scheduled for a 3 p.m. haul out, and the boat was out of the water at 3:08. After haul out, we brought the boat over. It was pressure washed. I winterized the raw water side of the cooling system on the engine, and we put it in the shed. And that took very little time. The boat was in the shed at 3:30. And at that point, I took off, went back over to the marina, took my dinghy out to the sailboat, and moved it into the marina. And I tied the sailboat up in our slip at the marina at 4:18. So 48 minutes from the time that I left Tortuga in the shed until I had the sailboat at the marina. So it was a busy day yesterday. The only thing I didn't accomplish yesterday was to haul the dinghy out, which I no longer need to go out to the sailboat because there was a large yacht at the fuel dock where the crane is, and that I used to haul the dinghy out and put it in my truck. So I couldn't do that yesterday, and I will do that later this afternoon when it gets a little closer to high tide. It's about 1 o'clock now, and we're basically just after low tide. So why try to lift the dinghy an extra 10 feet if you don't have to? So what have I done today? Well, today I came over and reconnected the raw water cooling hose that I disconnected to winterize the engine. And I've also disconnected the batteries. And I have not removed the lithium battery yet. I think I'm going to. I'm still a little bit up in the air. It should be fine sitting in here over the winter. But at the same time, I might just take it home. It'll be better for it to sit in my house in warmer conditions than it will be in here in the boat shed. And, but I haven't decided. It's still connected because it's running the lights that are making filming this video possible here in the shed. And everything that needs to be disconnected is the start battery is fully charged and disconnected. And I disconnected the solar charge controller and the DC to DC charger because they both have phantom loads. They're not very big, but over the course of the winter, either one would come pretty close to flatting whichever battery it was connected to. So, boat is at this point, after I take a few more things off the boat, basically I could leave it for the winter and it would be fine. Because it's in the shed, out of the weather, and everything that needs to be done is done. There's still a little water in the bilge, but that will gradually both evaporate and leak out. It leaked in, so it will leak back out over the next month before we have any significant freezes. And if it looks like we're going to have a significant freeze and there's still water in the bilge, I'll use my shop vac to get the last of it out so we don't have any freeze damage. So anyway, boat is out of the water. Didn't sell this summer. So we'll see what happens. Next summer, it will look a lot spiffier than it did this year. And I'll get better pictures of the boat. And hopefully, it'll sell next summer. Although we've been debating whether or not we really want to sell the boat now. What was driving putting it up for sale this year was I really hurt after boat prep this spring. And I said, wow, I'm not sure I want to do that again. But because, as I have said before, I'm not getting any younger. But we really enjoyed the boat this year. And we took it out of the Great Harbor for the first time in 4 years and had a nice little cruise. And that was pleasant. And so we'll be doing that again. Hopefully next year. So the boat will remain listed for sale, but I'm not expecting it to sell over the winter. But we'll have to see what happens. And if it doesn't sell when the listing expires, I think we'll just let it expire, and and we'll just continue to use the boat. And if I get desperate and feel like I can't do some of the maintenance, I may break down and hire it done. Wow, hard to believe. Anyway, that's where we are with Tortuga right now on September 29, 2021. The boat is hauled out, it's in the shed, and as of today, I don't have to do anything else on the boat if I don't want to. I can just walk away from it till next spring. Of course, I am going to do some work on it and check things out and hopefully have everything that needs to be done this fall, except for the cosmetics of repainting the boat. Anyway, the sailboat is still in the water until October 21st. That's her scheduled haul out date. May or may not happen that day. It depends on the weather. If it's a rotten day, we'll probably delay the haul out. We've got another 10 days before the boat has to come out of the water. So no problem there. We'll get a good day during those 10 days. Anyway, that's what I wanted to say today. Just a short video to sort of wrap up the 2021 season for my 1936 classic wooden powerboat, Tortuga. If you like this video, please click that thumbs up button to give me a like. And if you haven't, please consider subscribing to my channel because boat work season began today. And I guarantee you there will be some boat work videos this fall on this boat and on my 1972 Allied Princess Sequester. So, thanks for watching.